Hey Don, I think it's funny that you like to focus on the incompetence, and I like to focus on the behind the scenes evil ideas. And there's truth to both of them, but that's what I like to focus on. Um, Democrats are really quite competent at making a big government. They're quite competent at making their jobs last a long time and paying really well. And they're quite competent at getting people to vote Democrat who are in government. They're very, very competent at taking schools that were teaching reading, writing, and arithmetic, and history, and civics, and that type of thing, and producing morons. Stop teaching those things. They're very good at that. It's really amazing how good they are at that, because I believe that's what they want to do. And they're good at making regulations. They're good at paying farmers not to do crops. They're good at not doing anything for the infrastructure, while saying at the same time they want to fix infrastructure. But they really don't. They're good at making stimulus packages for infrastructure and then giving it all to unions to support their own power. So they're really quite good at those things. Bill Clinton was really good at convincing people that he's a nice guy and he just wants to help everyone. So I like focusing on what they're trying to do, because it's almost as if you're saying, and maybe you're not, but it kind of, if someone else sat in and just heard you talk about their incompetence, they might think that the Democrats want a good economy. They might think that the Democrats want to improve the American way of life. They might think that Democrats want to improve our homeland security, improve our security from enemies abroad. They might think that, based on you saying they're incompetent, that the Democrats want to make crime lower. And that the Democrats want everybody to be tolerant and get along with each other. They might think that. And so speaking just of competence, of what they can, they can't do anything, that's only if you're looking at it from the viewpoint they can't do the things that conservatives think government should do. That's true. But you don't say that. You just say they're incompetent, they can't do anything, they don't know how to do anything. And I'd say all the things I listed that they want to do and that they're good at, they're good at. They're really good at those things. And of course they're incompetent in certain areas. Like we've talked about this one before. They would like to remain in power and be be reelected and get a majority, and they're failing at that. That's something that they would like to do, but they're failing at. They'd probably like to keep the stock market up, and they're failing at that. What else would they like to do? What do Democrats like to do with the country besides their own power? The rest of it, I'm not so sure. You know, the rest of it is no ID to vote. You could call that incompetent, but that's what they want, because they want voter fraud. And since they want voter fraud, they're actually very, very competent at it. Although not so competent that we couldn't see it. We could see it, but then we're not competent either, because we have our poll watchers get knocked out and then we do nothing about it. And we Republicans have a whole bunch of Republicans in the state legislatures, and we didn't have enough backbone to not certify that last election with all the problems in every state. In all those swing states, Trump was winning at night. Then the poll watchers are kicked out. Then all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of hundreds of thousands of votes found for Biden. Oh, and it all makes sense. And we're not competent enough to expose it. So they won that battle. They beat us. They beat the competent conservatives. They beat us bad. We had the most votes, but they cheated. And they're really good at cheating. They're competent at it. Or at least competent enough we couldn't stop them. We tried. But I don't know if Pence did the right thing or not. I don't know enough about it. But I thought Pence shouldn't certify it. I thought he should take a stand. But what do I know? So I like to focus on the evil that they're trying to do. They're trying to get a whole bunch of illegal Mexicans in here because they'll vote Democrat. They're trying to shove evil down our throats with abortion and transgender stuff, and state your pronouns, and gay pride month, and they're trying to do all those things, and they've had great success. And the Democrats have succeeded, not the politicians necessarily, but the Democrats in general have succeeded in getting the whole media practically to be totally sold out and woke, including the sports media. Who would have thought? How did the sports media become woke? And Clay and Buck say the sports media is more woke than the regular media. Can you believe it? I don't know. I just wanted to point that out. Yeah, they're incompetent, but to just say they're incompetent makes it sound like they're trying to do the things that we want them to do in government. And for the most part, they're not. They're not trying to do the things we want them to do in government. Obama wasn't trying to make a good economy. He was trying to be the president and fundamentally transform America. And by golly, he made progress in that. By golly, he sure did. Obamacare, still here, isn't it? Still here. I think it's maybe partially defanged. I forget. I think it is, but it's still there. So Obama did fundamentally change America. Oh boy, what did he do in the military? The stuff he did in the military. And Obama was quite good at going around the world and apologizing for us. He was really good. Anyway, that's what I like to focus on. The evil and the wrong that they're doing.